Hey everyone, Gaijin Kumba here.
I live right by the Fushimi Inari Shrine. I've had a relation with this shrine since I was a child. Star Fox is based off of the Japanese culture that inspired me.
Man, I love this man so freaking much. Not only have his games been great for decades now, but he's a master at incorporating really subtle cultural references in all of his games, with Star Fox being no exception. And with the coming of Star Fox Zero, Mr. Miyamoto revealed quite a bit of both backstory and inspiration behind the Star Fox franchise. And I love this man to death for doing such, but it really got me wondering if he really told us everything. After watching his interview, I wasn't convinced that that's all that there was. Having covered Star Fox once before, I began digging through all of my old notes as well as researching everything I could about any correlation between the culture that Mr. Miyamoto grew up in and the classic he helped create. And I found a lot. Like a whole lot. But for this video though, I want to talk about the characters of Star Fox, since that was a point Miyamoto talked about several times in his interview. And good lord, there's a lot here. Now, as far as Star Fox himself goes, I think I wrapped up his Kitsune inspiration quite nicely in a past Culture Shock episode. So if you're curious about his cultural inspiration, go check that out. As for Falco though, his inspirations are actually more animal-based than cultural. Presumably, he's based off the red-throated Caracara, a highly territorial, obnoxiously loud, and generally really aggressive bird. And boy, don't that sound familiar.
Hey Einstein, I'm on your side!
But Slippy and Peppy have a very unique connection to the first Japanese comics ever made, the Choju Jinbutsugiga, or Scrolls of Frolicking Animals. Created in the 12th century, these 4 stylized scrolls told stories of anthropomorphic rabbits, frogs, monkeys, and other animals with simplistic but stylized images. And to call these scrolls well known in Japan would be a massive understatement. As previously stated, the Scrolls of Frolicking Animals are believed to be the first manga ever created in the country, and we all know how much of a big deal manga is over there. In fact, these visual stories are so well known that this year, 2016, Studio Ghibli made a specialized 30-second commercial highlighting the soothing style and feel of these beloved comics, which are now housed in the Tokyo and Kyoto National Museums as a national treasure. With rabbits and frogs being such huge characters in these beloved comics, perhaps the design choices of Slippy and Peppy aren't as generic or random as some might think. But note I said monkeys were included in the cast of characters of the Scrolls. Sometimes they were depicted as monks of high-level officers, but they were more often than not depicted in the Scrolls as being thieves and troublemakers. Which brings up a question I hear a lot of people ask me about this franchise. Why are monkeys and apes the bad guys in Star Fox? Because, dear theorists, monkeys are assholes. Sure, we may find them to be funny or intriguing over here, but overseas, monkeys suck. For the longest time, they've been pests that would destroy crops, damage structures, and harass livestock. And from the 13th century onward, monkeys became the metaphor for tricksters, thieves, and other negative aspects of human nature. Examples being the aforementioned Scrolls of Frolicking Animals to children's tales like the Battle of Crab and Monkey. In that story, said crab got a raw deal from a monkey trading his rice ball for a persimmon seed. But the crab took care of the seed, which grew into a huge fruit-bearing tree. Now the monkey offered to climb up and get the ripe fruit for the crab, but instead he kept all the ripe fruit for himself and pummeled the crab with hard, unripe persimmons to near death. The crab got his revenge though with his friends Bee, Mortar, Chestnut, and Cowturd. Did I mention Japanese folk stories can get really weird? And long story short, they pulled a Rube Goldberg machine and sent the monkey scurrying away never to return. So what did we learn from this? Monkeys are assholes and don't f*** with crabs. And that story pales in comparison to the jerkish behavior of monkeys. Want to hear how bad it gets? Check out the tale of Shippei Taro. The story tells of a monkey and their leader, a yokai baboon called a Hihi, posing as a god and tricking the local village to sacrifice a maiden to them every single year. But through the aid of a priest and a massive dog named Shippei Taro, the demon baboon was slain and the monkeys were driven away. So yeah, screw monkeys, and that's why Andross, Andrew, and so many other villains in Star Fox are monkeys. And this actually segues into another well-known Star Fox character, General Pepper, and while we're at it, just the whole Cornerian fleet. Cause they're all dogs. General Pepper, Bill, and pretty much everyone else in the Cornerian fleet. But even this ongoing theme has reason. Unlike monkeys, dogs within Japanese folklore are depicted as being noble, good, and staunch protectors. In fact, during Edo times, Shogun Tokugawa Tsuneyoshi ordered extreme protection regulations for dogs in Japan, which earned him the nickname the Inu Shogun. From stories like Shippei Taro to the ever-faithful Hachiko, it's completely reasonable and logical for the quote, good guys in Star Fox to be dogs, if Japanese culture really led Miyamoto's hand. Oh, what a mouthful. And I've only talked about the characters too. There's so much more to be explored in the Star Fox franchise. But sadly, that'll have to wait for another day. But in case you missed it, click here to check out the cultural origins of Fox McCloud in that culture shock I mentioned earlier. Or click here to check out the inspiration behind Mario 3's most well-hidden bonus stage over on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on the newest Theorist videos. But until then, this is Gaijin Goomba signing out.